Hello and welcome to Two Indoor Gaming, and this is day 3 of the Ration Challenge. Just at the start of the day, I'm sorry I did mean to post every day, but it just didn't quite work out that way. So at least I've got a few things to talk about. Well, how's it going for me? Not too bad so far. I've got my daily baggies of rice keeping me on track so I don't run out too early. So far I've only eaten rice and seasoning, sort of strategic decision of mine to leave some of those other ingredients for later in the week when I'm starting to feel the burn of the lack of food and variety. Just sort of making sure that the end's not desolate, if you know what I mean. When it's hardest, give myself a little more variety then to just help me get through the last steps. We'll see how well that strategy goes. A couple of realizations I had. Obviously, the whole idea of this challenge is to have empathy for the refugees who do have to exist on these rations every week. And on Sunday, the first day, of course, it was a church day, and I had a church fundraiser. It went very well. I felt very supported by my small little church. Raised over $200 so far, and there's more promised from people. I was blown away by generosity. Well, a couple of things that came from it. One was I took communion. I was actually leading communion, and honestly, I took it without even thinking. But I don't mind, and I don't regret it. It was just a little square of gluten-free bread and a little thimble full of grape juice. But obviously, that's something I don't want to forego, and I don't really feel like it's broken the challenge in any way. But it didn't make me think how hard it must be for the refugees, a lot of whom would have a strong faith, be it Christian, Muslim, or other, who would be limited in their expressions of that. Obviously, your faith is not about what you do, but there are certain things that you do that are important to you in how you express your faith. And for me as a Christian, communion is a big one of those things. And I know there are a lot of Syrian Christians who have had to flee and find it hard to find other homes in the area because there are no Christian nations around Syria. And they would not be able to, or would find it difficult to take communion, or they would have to change it for something else. And that would be difficult. I think that represents another hardship that they would be going through. Something important to them, important to their self-identity, important to how they express their very beings, really, that they would be limited in. So just another way that they lack. Another thing I noticed is, as part of the fundraiser, my wife made up this lovely kafta, which I mentioned before, and hummus and tabbouleh and couscous, and so it was a great feed. People enjoyed it very much. Had several requests for the recipe, but as I was going through recipes online and looking for something that would make a good fundraising meal, you really do see the richness of the cuisine. Lots of spices, lots of variety, fresh ingredients, you know, lamb and beef, and just lots of vegetables, but definitely just the variety and the taste. It's not like so much bland Western food. So you can imagine if your life, that's your diet, that's your regular food, and then all of a sudden you're in a camp and you're eating rice and beans and very quite plain food. And they say that in the camps the most popular seasoning is like chicken stock cubes, or just something to give a little bit of flavor. You can imagine how hard that would be. Your whole culture's turned around, and even, you know, your tastes would be invalidated, basically. So you just think of the layers of injustice that this compounds, how much their lives have changed. And I think that'd be really hard every day to be reminded of what you've lost or what you lack, even in the blandness of the food that you have to eat. yeah, so just a couple of insights I thought I'd share with you. As for how I'm going, it's fine. It's only been 2 whole days so far. I've had diets that are worse than this, but I know it's going to get a lot harder as the week progresses, and it certainly is hard when your family is tucking into a lovely meal, and you're missing out on those favoured flavours. But that's cool. I'm very happy with the generosity of people around me and how my fundraising is going. But certainly, if you can donate even a small amount, it all helps. And it will be great to see at the end of the week what we've all achieved, 8,000 of us, in taking this challenge. Okay, I'll definitely try and post again tomorrow, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.